Yo, Skip Bayless out at Fox Sports, seen this coming rather sooner or later after, Shannon Sharpe left, and shit was just never the same on the show. Obviously, their ratings dropped drastically. I mean,
Big
sometimes they didn't
time.
even have like 50,000 per episode sometimes, and that's horrible number, especially when you're competing with First Take, who does like upwards to 300, 400,000 per episode
hmm
at least. So yeah, what's next for Skip Bayless, man?
I don't know, man. He's done it all already, but until you get another superstar phenomenon talent like a Shannon Sharpe or a Stephen A. Smith, which I really don't see nobody that even really want to mess with him in that sort. So podcasts, maybe doing appearances, things like that. I haven't heard anything on the wire that he's going somewhere else. Skip and did all that stuff already, man. He's 40, 50 years in the game. So like he really doesn't have to do anything or whatever. The residuals or whatever already be like good for him to live off of for the rest of his life. He got paid out from his contract from Undisputed. But man, like you really messed up your bag, bro, for real, talking reckless, man. And don't nobody want to deal with that stuff. He's talking to people like, man, they ain't got no sense. But if you don't have those superstar talents, like a Shannon Sharpe, that's larger than life, man, bigger than the podcast, bigger than the show, like for real, he became a superstar afterwards, and he was a bigger star. He got his own stuff. Stephen A got his own stuff. So, like, who would you get to team up with you? Because nobody wants to hear Skip Bayless by itself.
Nobody. I don't think. I think it's over, man. At this point, you done burnt all bridges. You don't work for ESPN, Fox
Mm-hmm.
Sports. Uh, whether they forced him out at Fox Sports or he decided that he was going to leave anyway, regardless, it was dead in the water, man. Because you had already peaked where it was Shannon, and that feud
Right.
with Shannon Sharpe literally was the downfall of you. It was
Mm-hmm.
your demise, and it was over after that. You can bring in the Keyshawn's and the Richard Shermans all you want. It just wasn't going to be the same.
That wasn't enough. That wasn't
No.
enough. Richard
Yeah.
Sherman was probably one of the better ones that you brought in. Keyshawn, I'm not really a fan of his work. Football wise, yeah, but like as an analyst, I don't really like it. You could have brought in a Jalen Rose or a Paul Pierce or something like that, but those boys being hot water too. So man, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't feel like he needs to do anything else. Like
He'll,
when you did that stuff, you knew that shit was about to be over or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the key. But
the,
whatever you want to do, man, now, hey, it's on you, bro, because you're gonna have a lot of free time on your hands.
the problem with Skip Bayless is he can never admit when he's wrong. That
Mm,
man has never once in his career said he was wrong or admitted to any kind of fault. And that has let his ego get the best of him. And he blames Fox Sports for the fallout with Shannon Sharpe because they didn't necessarily do enough to like kind of put everybody at ease type shit. Like, what do you mean? Be a grown man and apologize.
right.
Like, admit you
Mm-hmm.
fucked up. He's never done that and he never will. So I just feel like
Right.
nobody's gonna want to touch him. None of the networks are gonna want nothing to do with him again. It's already been stated that ESPN don't want nothing to do with him. Not that he would entertain going back there, but still, man, it's over. He's gonna have to do private podcasting of his own, and he's got a big
Exactly.
enough name that he'll
Mm-hmm.
get viewing. He gets a lot of views on his YouTube, and he will always have because he's such a contrarian, and there's nobody like
Mm-hmm.
Skip Bayless to the
Right.
extent of Skip Bayless. Love him or hate him, obviously what he's done is it's sensational. For better or for worse, love it or hate it. That's he
Mm-hmm.
did his thing, man. But yeah,
And I don't and I don't take nothing away from him. I don't take anything away from Skip. You know,
yeah. I mean,
he
he
do,
he
he
he's
does what
cro-
he does
he's gotten
very
that big
well.
by crossing the line,
Mm-hmm.
throwing out all them
Exactly.
outrageous takes and all that shit. So
Exactly.
yeah, that's what made him him. But I wonder who Fox Sports is gonna bring in now. I think Nick Wright is rumored to come in and be like a top guy, at Fox
Okay.
Sports over there now because he's been putting in work. But you see,
hmm
RG3 just got fired again
Got
by
fired.
ESPN, bro.
That
If I'm Fox
sucks.
Sports, bro, because they were interested in him too before he went to ESPN initially. Because
hmm
remember, they replaced him on something else. What was it? Monday Night Football,
Monday Night
something with
Football.
Jason Kelsey or something.
Hmm
So they let him go from that, and then as far as budget cuts, they just released him and one other person as well. I don't remember who the other person was, but yeah. So RG3 out again at ESPN, but
Yep.
shout out RG3, you'll bounce back, man. Hopefully Fox Sports to give
Hell
him a call. I
yeah.
wouldn't mind seeing him be a top dog over there. RG3 knows his shit, man. He's on top,
Very
especially with
smart.
college football.
Yeah,
Especially
that's
with
what I
college
like.
football, there's very selected few who I can watch and actually take seriously
Hmm
the opinions and thought processes on college
hmm
football, man, because he's one of the better ones and he'll be all right, man. He
Right.
posted a thing on his Facebook of old Pops from Friday. How the hell you gonna get fired on your day off?
That's it. That's it.
Shout out
It be like
RG3. He'll be
that.
all
It be
right.
like that sometimes, man. For real, man. You got a very beautiful mind, brother. For real, you gonna get another shot at it. For real, everybody loves you. We love you, man. Go ahead and get that shit popping, bro.